Hi, it's Kelly Ray, and and Mika, she may make an appearance today, she's being quite feisty. We are talking about your ideal customer path. So from the very first inquiry, sorry, these are really reflective, I'll take these off for you. From the very first inquiry, the very first time someone reaches out to your company, all the way through to them becoming a client. We want to examine that whole pathway and look at all the steps that we need to have, improve, to make sure that we're converting as many leads as possible, okay? So you made so much progress probably so far on your marketing plan. If you've been doing a good job, you've already done your marketing plan. Now that you've got your marketing plan going, you're getting leads coming in, and we need to make sure that we have a process or a funnel or a pathway that really works to convert those leads into clients. So I recommend, number one, draw out the path. Like this week we've had tons of pieces of paper on the wall in here. We just put we got a roll of white paper, put a big long piece of paper on the wall, and we start with step number one, first inquiry. So that first inquiry, that's a procedure, okay? Then we draw a little arrow down, and then we have follow-up. Then we have a little arrow down, and we do second follow-up, little arrow down, and then we do client becomes a client, you know, each step in the process, but you want to get down and break it into little micro steps. Like you'll probably have a lot more than 5 steps. And reminder, 84% of sales are done between the 5th and 12th follow-up. So you want to follow up at least 5 times. And you can do that in videos like this one, in an email, in a text, in a phone call. Mix it up a little bit and do it with the best of intentions, authenticity, the customer's best interest in mind, and no attachment. So then draw that path out and realize all the steps there are between somebody first inquiring and then becoming a customer. And I want you to really sit back and take a look at that big piece of paper. I wish I had drawn one for you guys. But take a look at that piece of paper and look at all the spots where somebody in your company could be fumbling a lead or messing up or not doing something perfectly or giving the customer the wrong impression or just not serving fully, or if they're not showing up with a great big smile on their face and making the customer feel really, really welcome. You know, there's so many places we could mess up, and all of those places need to be fixed and prevented. The mistakes need to be prevented with procedures. So for every step, make a procedure and train your staff on it. Step by step, here's how it goes. When they call, here's what we say. When they come in, here's how we handle it. When we follow up, this is what we say. Here's how we do it. Here's the video we send to follow up. Get very specific and train the team on it, okay? And then third, this is always gonna be the last step with everything we teach you, right? Systemize it. So get it in someone's job description, get it on someone's calendar, and make sure that you as the leader are checking that it's being done, or another leader in your organization is checking that it's being done. We want to ideally have every potential customer have the same amazing experience at every step. Mika has a squeaky toy today. What is that? You wanna come say hi? Come here, come here, come here, come say hi. Come up here. Come up here. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. So there's that distraction. Hopefully that made this video more fun, because systemizing is not fun. Okay, go get it. Okay, so systemizing on the job description, in the calendar, and have someone checking to make sure that it's being done. Okay, doing all these 3 things, we're gonna make sure that it happens. Yeah. Draw the path, find the steps we need to do, create a procedure for each step, train your staff on it, systemize it, and then, sorry about the squeaking, and then hopefully you will convert not 10%, not 20%, not 30%, but a much higher percentage of those leads, because they're going through that path with all those procedures thoughtfully put into place, systemized, and checked on. Okay, now I know it might be a bit overwhelming at first when you see that big huge path, like that big paper on the wall. Some people's are just huge, and all the spots you see where, oh my gosh, we could drop the ball here, we could drop the ball here, we could drop the ball here. Yes, there are a lot of spots, but unless you start doing this just one at a time, okay, let's work on this step, let's work on the most urgent procedures, and you start getting those step-by-step procedures written out, handed out to your team, train them, systemize them, you're gonna stay at a crappy conversion rate. And It is such a waste of money to spend money on marketing or time and have 100 leads come in and not convert them all. If you're converting anything less than 100% of your leads, you want to do this process. It will benefit you greatly. And it's also pretty fun to get some paper up on the wall and draw with different colored markers. Some of my clients have been having a lot of fun with it this week. So I know that'll help. I used to say I hope that helps, but I know this will help. Mika, sorry about the squeaking again. This has been a fun day. So implement that. It will help, and I hope you guys have an amazing week and you're able to smooth out your customer path and increase that conversion rate. Bye. Thanks for watching.